That's the fire that went on. Fire. Hashem, they managed to control it. In the past it burned down the building. As you can see, this is the Carmel Fire. Now we're going to go to the Shir. Rabbi Tauber. Shohavas.
My father gave up his life 2 hours before the liberation in after eat pork, and here I'm swaying, staying right, lahach is that to eat pork, and I'm out of my mind. He left the line, he went home to his wife, he said, that's it, you're making the kosher kitchen. My grandfather wasn't crazy. If he gave it up, and he became kosher, and he went to seminar, and he became a full Batshuva, and he's now one of the greatest arachim things. Because of his credit, thousands of people became Echle Kosher, Shem Shabbos. Now, when we saw that picture, God is putting a seed into the ground. A man is being shot after 5 years not eating chazan, 2 hours before the liberation. So God, how could you be so cruel? But if you see the seed, 30 years later, a grandson becomes a Batshuva, and thousands of Jews become Shem Shabbos because of that. We never saw at the end of those seeds a tree are planting. Now, when you believe in it, and if you don't believe it, because you don't believe it, you just suffer, you don't get anything out of it. We all go through hardships in our life today. We're going to speak about it tomorrow much more, in the moon and B'tochen. How do we live it, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? We have to realize the fact that we're living in new times, new age. And I always bring it to the attention of the public, and all of a sudden everyone wakes up, you're right, how come I never thought about it? Do we realize that history of 2,500 years came to an end in our time? Had we changed? For 2,500 years we were in God's body God. They did with us whatever they wanted. Since Bayis Rishon, we were always dominated over us. Ghettos, slave, inquisitions, Holocaust, whatever we went through. 25 years ago there was still an official government in Russia. Not allowed to keep in a Shabbos. So what the Russian drunk are clear what you do in private life. But that was history 2,500 years. We are dominated in Golos. What's today? Do you have any Golos today, by the way? Is anyone over you? You could go any place, you could go anywhere, you could go in any business, you could practice Judaism, you could practice Buddhism, you could be a Hare Krishna, you could do whatever you want. We're free. Take away the yoke of which yoke of Golos do you have? What Golos do you have today? We have no Golos. Finish. Have you changed? Have you changed? For 2,500 should be crying for Hashem, take us out of the Golos. What kind of Golos are you? You know who's in Golos today? The Shekhinah, Hashem is in Golos. I'm giving you all the options. He's spitting in my face. You're doing a favor that you're keeping Shabbos, you're keeping what are you doing with your life? If anything, and don't get scared, I hope it's not going to come to the Goyim. The Goyim are in Golos by us. The whole world suffers because of us. All the time, all the history, we used to have these dictators, we had Napoleons, we had Stalin, we had Hitler, we always had these isms which were chasing the world and dominating the world, all in the name against God. Today, who is dominating the world? From who is the whole world suffering? From Yishmael, from Islam. And why? Because Avram Avinu asked for that. Lu Yishmael Yichal Lefanecho. And Hashem said, Yishmael Shematicho, you're going to get it. And the whole world, every 5th person is a Muslim, which believes in one God. And it says, anyone who doesn't believe in one God, who doesn't live a pure life, doesn't deserve to live. It's a mitzvah to kill him, jihad him. And he's promised his Gan Eden, whatever Allah is promising for him. Let him all get it soon. Every 5th person is a Muslim. And wherever you go, security, this, airports, everything. And what is Yishmael saying? It's all because of you Jews. Here in Israel. Something turned around in this age. Are we performing accordingly? Are we asking? We're supposed to be in a total different agenda. You can't be, I'm a Holocaust. I know what I went through in the Holocaust, and after we were hiding out as Goyim, I went to the spiritual Holocaust of the state of Israel, what went through Every month a friend of me went off. We had a lot of challenges. Today, the whole world is bankrupt. The whole world has no agenda. The whole world is in a dead end. Everyone is afraid the world should explode in a nuclear holocaust. That's what the survey shows. And we are free. There was never a time. We have hundreds of thousands of Balachuvah, young, intelligent men and women coming into religion, fighting their parents, reaching Avram Avinu, Soy Emmanuel's. At the same time, from the most wonderful, beautiful homes, walking away. Where? Nowhere. When we left Judaism, he became a socialist, a communist, a Zionist. He became something, an ism. Today he walks around with shoes, has the internet, has his pleasure. I just don't care. I don't want. I just don't want. Today I have young kids, 10, 12-year-old kids, girls and boys. I just don't want. I don't want. Where are you going? I don't want. It's a new issue. It's a new agenda. And if we don't get together and see what do we do, how do we capitalize, what do we do with our life today, you're a lost person.